Hi and welcome. This is the Living Room Guitarist. My name's Dan. I'm your host. I'm back on the floor for this one. If you saw our last episode, which was 11A, you probably heard the story and understand a little bit why I'm doing this on the floor for this episode 2. So we are a show dedicated to the guitar as amateur players, as hobbyists. You know, a lot of us, we buy our guitars and we play a lot when we're young, and then for some reason the guitars end up in cases under the bed collecting dust for years. We pull them out every once in a while, but hopefully we can pull those guitars out more often and just learn and discover things on the fretboard and just enjoy the creative process and make music again. Whether you've been playing for years and years, or maybe you're even just learning the guitar, it doesn't matter. I don't care how good you are or aren't, it doesn't really matter at all. This tune I'm going to play, again, it's not technically complex at all. It's only mostly involving just the 3 middle strings on the guitar. But I'll play part 1 just through, kind of what we did last week, and I'll just stop there after one playthrough, and then I'll kind of switch. I'm going to switch to a different pickup. I'm using this top pickup for the first one, and I'll switch to the bridge pickup for the next one, for part B. So this is part A from last week, and I'll just play it really quickly through, hopefully not mess it up too much. Every time I come back to this tune, I find new ways to screw it up, but you know, we'll have another show about mistakes and the beauty of making mistakes. That will be coming up. But here's the best I can do with this one I have so far here. Hopefully not too crazy loud here, just loud enough. So that's part A for the most part. Again, every time I come back to it, I do something a little bit different, or I make a new mistake, but you know, you get the gist of it basically right there. But that's, you know, that's what practice is for, right? We learn from our mistakes, we get better, but turn it up a little bit too loud there. But what I'm going to do is switch to the bottom pickup here, find the right volume, and I'll show you how this changes from part A to part B. And what I'm hoping my fellow living roomers can help me with is there a different or better way to make transition from part A to part B? Let's just see here. Here's part B. will probably go ahead and do a part C on episode 11C there, because it's going to get a little bit too long. I told you I didn't know when or how to stop, and I was doing this. And you can tell I'm still kind of searching for the right setting. I'm using a Fender Mustang 3 amp, and I've got it set on. I mean, if you know these amps, they've got a bazillion settings. These things. I've got another one over here. I'm pointing it away from me so my ears can stay intact. But I've got it set on. I think it's 57. It's called Alkaline Trio, so that's an interesting setting. But I'm still kind of messing with it. But had a little bit louder than I wanted to, but here's what I did. I started down here on the 12th fret with the 3rd string down and the 10th fret 4th string down, and I'm just playing that open A. So again, it's these 3 middle strings. Just kind of pick it up and down, and I keep the picking pattern pretty consistent, at least I try to. Just back that index finger off to the 9th fret. Finger, back it off to the 11th fret, 3rd string down. Then I'm going to move it down 2 frets just as it is. So 7th and 9th. And then 6th fret with that index finger. And then I'm just going to lay my pinky down on that 9th fret. Fret, 7th fret, index finger back to the 6th fret, and then move the whole works down 2 frets, so you're on 4 and 7, and then 6th fret, 7th fret, so 4th string down, 3rd string. And I just kind of hammer onto that 7th fret, 4th string down. And I just play it as a power chord when I let go. So if it involves that B, okay, I'm not going to cry about it. So what it sounds like at speed, I did a little bit extra strumming there, but it's just one round of each, so. I just in that little area right there with 6 and 7 and this A string, and I just kind of blast it a little bit. And just come back to that chord here on 7 and 9. Think it makes sense, but what I do is I let go of that string and I just play that. I start on the 6th fret. I'm just going to go 6, 7, 9, just on that string with those other 2 notes in there. I think it gives it a nice little feel. And then I back it off here with the. So I'm just going to start on 6, 7, and then slide it back to 4, and then back to 2. Okay, so from that beginning part of that part B here. string. So like you're going to do an A, just a second fret, third and fourth string. And walk it up like that. So it's 2 and 2 here, and then 4 and 2, 6 and 4, 6 and 7. And then back to that. Sometimes throw in here is just, again, starting from this A. Okay, so after I've done this little run where I walk up and do this a couple times. So what I do is it's just 2 and 2 and then 2 and 4. I always get that A string going. And then 4 and 5, then 5 and 5, and then 5 and 5 on the second and third string. Okay, so. I'm just going to pull off here and just walk it back. So it's 6 and 7, actually 7 and 7, I'm going to pull off to 6. Back it off 2 frets. And then I slide down the third string down to the second fret, and then it's just this third string down on 4, 3, 2, and I come back to an A. So okay, so there we go. That's part B. There's a lot more. I'm not going to get too involved with this because there's just a long piece that I'm trying to help my fellow living roomers, get involved in this and help me figure out how to structure this so it can become an actual song and make sense. So it's got some, some, I guess, just it can be built into something where it might even lend itself to lyric writing at some point. We'll see what happens, but we'll see you next time in the Living Room Guitarist. Please subscribe if this sparks an idea or anything you want to learn it, and submit your ideas back. It's livingroomguitarist@gmail.com. I would absolutely love to hear from you. Love to have you a guest on the show too, so you can film yourself doing this or any other piece, or submit your own original thing that you want your fellow living roomers to help you out with, and we'll just enjoy creating music together and enjoying the fretboard. That's really great. It's about discovery and inspiration, and we're doing it on the Living Room Guitarist. Thanks so much for joining us. I'll just sort of play this out, my part B here.